So what's happened, Steve? What's happened?
Well, my rope is a little short.
We're in Ibiza. In this episode, Steve is a superhero and we see just how beautiful this island really is.
Tomorrow we'll be on the road, riding with you in the sunnier days. I wouldn't want it any other way.
So what would normally happen is, once we've anchored, we have to dive down and just make sure that the anchor is properly dug in. We're not allowed to anchor in seagrass. It has to be sand or stones. Don't really want to anchor over rock, but sometimes that does happen. We just have to go dive down and just make sure that the anchor is nicely dug in. So the boat's there, as you can see, the anchor chain, and then what we're going to use is we're going to use this today, not for any other reason than we just want to see if we can actually see it, but also it'll help us if an anchorage is full of jellyfish, which sometimes they are around here. In fact, I can see a couple of jellyfish now, little ones behind me. So Steve's just trying to find the anchor now. That's it, yeah?
Yeah. And there's the anchor. Not completely dug in.
We bought this for the grandchildren to use, and what is good is that we're able to use it to check our anchor.
And to check that we're not on seagrass.
This is just to show you that although the borders are now open following the initial wave of COVID-19, very few visitors and holiday makers are here. The shops and restaurants remain closed, or a lot of them. This is normally a very busy part of San Antonio, near the famous Mambo Sunset Bar. But as you can see, the streets are empty. It's the law to wear face masks at all times wherever you are, apart from if you are on a beach or if you're under 6 years old. And those are the only two reasons why you don't have to wear a mask, unless of course you've got a respiratory problem. He just wants me to show him the way, and then when I go wrong he can have a go at me.
Yep.
Oh good, I'm glad you can hear that. We're in San Antonio, the club and capital of the Med, and if you're coming here on holiday, one of the things that you might want to do is go out on a boat trip during the day. As you can see, it is now
1 o'clock.
It's now 1 o'clock, and every single one of these boats are still here. Must be killing their trade, absolutely killing it.
The boots are not open, so they're not.
No, it's not like they're not even selling the trips. Such a shame. It's just that I hope come kind of the middle of July, August, they start to open up. As you can see, there's just nobody around. A few cars about, people out having a coffee in the local cafes. God, it's happened again.
So it's happened again. So we're nowhere near La Linea. We're parked outside San Antonio, and we've now got a monster flying fish. Wow, look at that! That's flown straight in.
I'm going to put him straight in. This poor thing, he will survive. Wow.
Well, at least we know we're not getting boarded. Jesus, that was a big fish.
But there goes, there goes. Oh, good, he did go off. Look, there he is, there.
But yet again, we're sat watching TV and crap ourselves because we think the boat has been hit. It's the same time.
Oh, it's midnight.
12 again. We're sat in the boat and we think that we've been hit this time by another boat. It was that loud. Or hit by a tender or something. We both come running out. Monster flying fish.
My God.
Anyway, it's very pretty here. This is San Antonio, or round the corner from San Antonio.
Look at that over there. That's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. This is San Antonio Bay. And there's James Blunt on Thumper over there. Jim! Jim!
We've come over to do a little bit of shopping, do our washing, dump the rubbish, and this is the first time we've ever tied the dinghy up in this way. We asked a few questions we asked a question on Med Sailing about how to tie up your dinghy when you can't actually tie it up to shore, because there's nowhere to tie it up to around here. The idea is to leave your dinghy anchored and to be able to get ashore and retrieve your dinghy without getting into the water. On one end of the anchor chain we have a pulley block of which we have attached a very long line. That one end is attached to the bow of the tender and the other at the stern. You throw the anchor out, row ashore, get out with the line in your hand, and then you pull the dinghy out and away from the shore.
Knob.
Tie off the line.
What a prat.
Hey presto.
I'm not really sure what he's. I think he's dropped the pulley in the water. So what's happened, Steve? What's happened?
Well, my rope is a little short, but I can solve that. But also, I've finally got past the sea urchins, of which I've managed to get one in the end of my toe.
No. Oh, that's not good.
Which is now stinging like a...
Oh no.
I'll get onto shore, pleased with my efforts, pleased with the fact that the camera's actually on me and not pointing at the floor, and I look back at the boat in pride to see that I've left the kill cord in the engine, so I've got to swim back out.
Be careful. Are you hoping to not get in the water this time then?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh. big swells come in, and we're at anchor at the moment. About an hour and a half ago, I said to Steve that I saw 6 or 7 people go out on boards, and they were going out to sea. They kept on falling off, and I said to him at the time I thought it was a bit dangerous. Anyway, we've just had one of the girls, or 2 of them, come up and ask if we could go out and help one of them. Steve's gone off in the dinghy, but it's only got the torpedo on, so he can't go too fast, but it looks as if he's now got the girl on board and he's on his way back with her on board and dragging the paddleboard. It was a bit of a crazy thing to do if you're not strong enough. It's so easy to get blown out if you haven't got the strength to go against the tide, and as it is, they're coming in with the swell, but nevertheless it's still pretty tough going. Oh, I think it looks like he might have to rescue another one. Yeah, rescue number 2. Good God. It doesn't get moving over there away from the rocks. There's going to be rescue number 3. Oh my God, he's got a 3rd one swimming over now. Oh God, I know it's not funny, but look. It's like picking up shopping. Now he's dragging 3 of them in. Well, I don't quite know what to say. So that was 3 guys, 3 girls, all gone out on paddleboards, and they went out there to sea. I mean, on their way out, I said to Steve, that looks like a disaster waiting to happen, because they kept on falling in the water. Now the swell's kicked up, and he's now dragging all 3 in with the dinghy. What a hero! 14th of July, and we are leaving San Antonio Bay in Ibiza. Would you believe it's raining? It's been raining most of the morning. Not hard, but it's like even now it's raining. But there's blue sky out there, so that's the way that we're headed. And we can't stay here too much longer. We've got to get a move on, because we're heading up to Port Snacks in the northern section of Ibiza, and that will allow us to be able to hop over to Majorca. There's some really pretty anchorages in San Antonio, believe it or not. It's not all wild parties and clubs and white lines. And we visited 4 different anchorages whilst we've been, and each one is different, and each one kind of serves a purpose for different reasons. A couple of them are really beautiful little anchorages that you can swim in, and they've got beaches in and a bar up on the beach, and then a couple are nearer the main town. Still have beaches on them, but enable you to be able to drop your dinghy off after you found a place to drop it off at, and go off and do your shopping, your washing, your all the things that you need to do. All the way around the coast. You can't see it, but kind of just there is a little door, and some of the stone here is soft enough that you can carve out of it. So what they do is they carve out little huts big enough for tiny small fishing boats, and they just drag it up there. And I bet that guy there in the fishing boat has caught more fish in one morning than we've caught. Well, he's only got to catch one, actually, thinking about it. He's most probably caught more in one morning than I have caught in over 2,000 miles. That wouldn't be very hard, because as long as he's caught one, he's caught more than me. Oh my God, after all that, it wasn't filming. Oh dear, I've got to do all that again. Right, so what was I saying? See, I completely forgot what I was saying. We're in Portinax, and when we first arrived here, within about 10 minutes of being here, we realised that it's going to be a bit of a rolly one tonight. We had this, I can't remember what it was along the coast of Algarve. Us and Floton, Amy and Martin and Bam Bam, were in their boat, and we were obviously in this one, and it was awful. This is as bad, I'm afraid, and I don't know. We did think about moving on. We could have gone up round the corner, but it does say that the sweller's going to move at about 2 o'clock tonight, 2 o'clock this morning, and so once it moves around the corner a bit, we should be okay until late tomorrow afternoon, by which time we would have left here. But we would like to go ashore tomorrow, go and have a quick wander around. It does look ever so pretty over there, those restaurants over there. I'll bring you out here later on, I'll bring you out here later on, and you can see them in the dark, but they look pretty already. I don't like the big white hotel up on the hill, but all the rest of it, if you just close your left eye, you won't be able to see that. And that's what I do when I don't want to see something. I just close the left or the right eye. By closing the left eye, I can only see what I want to see. Oh my God, he made a cup of tea in this swell. The last two haven't been like, they've been like this, so they haven't been quite so bad. I was filming, and we had a really big one, and then I realised that I wasn't filming. So it was a bit annoying. Is this one mine?
No.
No, doesn't look like mine either. It looks a bit... That's the Waitrose.
It's nice.
Is it?
Mm.
Yeah, that's Waitrose. Oh,
Yeah,
great.
it's very nice.
Looks a bit green.
No, it's very nice.
Yeah, so what I was doing was I was putting it here still, and just...
What? And filming the death roll.
Yeah, but... Oh... No, see, that one's still nowhere near as bad as that one. Minutes ago. That one a few minutes ago was awful. I do like that blue boat over there. That's very nice. What is it?
That's a Tayana 48 old.
It is really nice.
Not even be a 52.
It is really nice. I really like that. Anyway, my boat's the best boat in this bay. So not only do you get a t-shirt on, you get a long sleeve t-shirt on as well.
Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's bitter.
It's about 27 degrees, Steve.
Yeah, but I've got thin Mediterranean blood now.
You do talk tripe. You do talk absolute tripe.
But not a thin Mediterranean body.
No, we're weighing tomorrow. And not if we're rolling around like this. Those rays coming down. is absolutely beautiful. You just can't see our boat.
You can, just count there.
Just, yeah, over there, yeah. That's our boat. Just there. It is very pretty. Wow, that sky looks blue. Wow, that look lovely. Beautiful.
Well,
I think it's can't do with smiling.
yeah. Summer 2020. Quick, we'll get a fine.
Yeah. If we were down there, we wouldn't. You're allowed to be on the beach without them, just not off of the beach. Portanax in Ibiza. Certainly a place that I would come on holiday to. It's beautiful. Quiet. Got a little shop, car rental place, doctors, handful of hotels and a handful of restaurants. And your obligatory guy selling.
Looky man.
Clear that water is. Look at the stones. Portanax, and our battery issue is now causing us problems with lifting the anchor. It's extremely sluggish, so we're trying to rev the engine just as we can get the anchor, and believe it or not, we're in the deepest anchorage that we've been in for a long time. Okay, I'm disappointed that we're leaving here now. Portanax is absolutely stunning, beautiful, but the wind's going to blow in from the north again tonight, which means that the anchorage just becomes so uncomfortable.
That gets powered from them once they're full.
What, the batteries or the
batteries up the bow thruster get charged from the same system that charges the main bank when it recognises that the main bank is full. So I think what's happening is they're not getting charged.
yeah, maybe next time we need to run the engine for 20 minutes before we leave.
I think I'm going to have to put the generator on.
Yeah? What, before we leave next time?
Yeah.
Or you mean just put it on in general?
Put it on in general and make sure they're charged up.
There was, as I was saying on here, sod's law that we happen to be in the deepest anchorage for I don't know how long, Steve, as well.
Yeah, you've seen that yacht over there?
Yeah, I have, yeah. Take two! We're just leaving Ibiza. We spent quite some time last night trying to anchor. We're not trying to anchor, trying to find somewhere to anchor. We're up on the northwest coast and the Posidonia police came along. It was just one girl in a rib came along and told us that we couldn't put our anchor down, which I did understand because that was in a slither of sand and there were a few day boats there. So we moved on to the next place and she followed us there and said no. Then we moved on to the next place and we managed to actually lay our anchor, but by the time Steve put out some scope, we unfortunately were almost in the swimming area, so Steve didn't feel comfortable with that, so we lifted the anchor and went on to the next place and she came along and she said no. She was just basically following us along the coast. Eventually she disappeared. We managed to find somewhere where there was sand. We put the anchor down, thought that we were going to have an okay night, which we needed because it's quite a long passage today, and we had the most awful night. Well, I did. I haven't slept. I didn't sleep a wink all night. Steve did sleep quite a bit, but then he would sleep through World War III. Anyway, we're on our way to Majorca now. Got a bit of wind. Steve's just gone to the toilet like he normally does. He has to go 3 or 4 times a day, and this is the first of many. So he's gone to the toilet. So when he comes out, he's going to put up the sails. We need to turn slightly, and then I'm going to have a sleep.
Bags are packed, are you ready to go?
I hope.
This time tomorrow we'll be on the road.
I think the sailing should be quite good today.
Riding with you in the sunnier days.
We'll see.
I wouldn't want it any other
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to give us a like. Join us next time when we sail to Majorca. Ciao for now.